side of the library. So
You must have thousands of books. That's incredible.
yeah, I have a few. So that's good. It's always good to read.
Too modest, just a few.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the thing in Islam. What I like to do is always look at the historic research.
Yeah.
One is just somebody's personal belief, but one is something you can historically prove, something that you can look at. Like somebody may come and say, okay, Muslims did that or Prophet Muhammad did that, but then you go to the actual resources. You go to like Tariq al-Tabari or Ibn Kathir, who document from those people that physically saw. And then they look at everybody who reported from them, and what we do in hadith.
So primary sources.
Primary sources, exactly. Eyewitnesses. And then who heard from them. Like today, for example, if I was to... Thank you. If I was to ask, who shot JFK, or we're just going to basically whatever we've been fed, right? But if you look at historic documentation, nobody looks at who was physically there, who heard it from them. Like you talk about Abraham Lincoln's assassination or a speech by George Washington. We kind of pick up a book and we depend on it without looking at how is the connectivity. But in Islam, we have this research where we look at ilm al-rijal. So every narrator who reported, you look at who he was, how was his memorization, who else heard it, how many narrations came. So it gives you a very scientific, accurate context, exactly, and an accurate description of what happened, right? So if you have 70 people that all report the exact same wording at the exact same time, who told 70 different people in hundreds of different books with the exact same wording, you know that actually happened. One person can make a mistake, 2, 3 can make a mistake, but what you have what's called mutawatir, ilm al-qat'i, then you know that this is historically proven, which is very different from when people look at a lot of biblical sources. They don't look at the evidence, who wrote John, who wrote Matthew, who wrote Luke, who were those actual authors, who recorded from them. It's kind of like, for example, here we have the King James Bible, right?
Right.
And who was King James? Like, who gave him the authority? Like, what did he take out? What did he translate? What did he edit? And how did we get a lot of the contradictions is because of that hearsay kind of development. Unlike what we find in the hadith sciences, where you have an accuracy of how many reporters reported it. If anybody switched a word, it's called iqlab. You will find it in looking at the different narrations.
So you call it hadith science?
Hadith, yeah, hadith sciences. It's a beautiful thing. If you're a professor, it's great. You can study with us. We have classes and things. We can keep in touch online. And if you ever have questions, anything you want to discuss, we're always a resource for you. Excellent, wonderful. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, you mentioned this book we're writing. He knows more about Islamophobia than he cares to.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I'll give you a link to our YouTube channel. We have a lot of presentations. We talk about Islamophobia as well and discuss some of those sources.
I'd like to see the link.
Great.
To the study.
Excellent.
You may have heard a few years ago about the graduate students who were murdered in
yes.
those are members of his family.
Yeah, and that was members of the family. Wow, that's pretty sad. Yeah, it was 3. It was 2 girls and a guy, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Even if you look at,
prison.
wow, it's very sad to see this hatred and this New Zealand and Sri Lanka and all this fighting. It's all political. It's a lot of hate mongering, but that's the environment we live in nowadays. It's sad, but that's good to have conversations like this. So we can open up bridges of communication.
Yeah, well, if you give me the link.
Sure. If you have your phone, I'll just tell you. I'll give you the. It's called OMF. It's on YouTube. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Great.
So just type it as a note.
You just go to YouTube and you can just get it there.
Yeah, I don't have a YouTube.
Oh, no, you just go to any internet browser. I'll do it for no problem. So are you teaching at the university out there in Chico?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. It's always good to be in that academic environment. Feels good. You have a lot of open-ended discussions.
That's what you hope for.
Yeah, that's what you hope for. Are those mostly on the OMF channel or on the Ribat channel? The events and things. Okay. So this is the channel. Pleasure.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
You know about the
So this is a really good one. Islamophobia in America. So I'll put this
on
here.
The IMF channel.
Yeah. See if you sign in. Okay, I think you're signed in.
talks about
So I'll subscribe
where
you.
Jesus was talking
That way you can get to it.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate
Excellent.
I appreciate your help.
No
with this.
problem. And this will be good for your research.
Yeah.
And if you have questions, send us questions. We'd love to keep in touch. And
Okay, you'll be here next week?
I'll be here next week, yes.
See you next week.
I appreciate it. Inshallah, I like that. Thank you.
He claimed